In Philippians chapter 4, Paul winds up this short letter that he had written back to the church in Philippi that he had planted back in Acts chapter 16. He says this, "Therefore, my dear brothers and sisters, stay true to the Lord. I love you and I long to see you, dear friends, for you are my joy and the crown I receive for my work." Now remember, he doesn't end up seeing them because he's writing this from Rome, and he's going to end up dying in Rome as a Christian martyr. And so then he brings some more words of encouragement. He says, "Always be full of joy in the Lord. I say it again, rejoice." And just consider he's writing this from prison. He says, don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank him for all he has done. And then you will experience God's peace, which exceeds anything that we can understand. His peace will guard your hearts and minds as you live in Christ Jesus. He says, and now, brothers and sisters, one final thing. Fix your thoughts on what is true and honorable and right and pure and lovely and admirable. Think about things that are excellent and worthy of praise. Now, what a great message for everyone, even today, 2,000 years later. This message of the mindset that you have as a follower of Christ, that he's not going to get too bogged down on the present situation, that he's in Rome, he's awaiting trial, that he's imprisoned, right? He ends up dying there, and yet look at the faith that he has as he wraps up this letter to the Philippians. Then he makes it even more explicit here in verse 12. He says, I know how to live on almost nothing or with everything. I've learned the secret of living in every situation, whether it is with a full stomach or empty, with plenty or little. He says, for I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength. What a great passage. What a great lesson for him. He says, and this same God who takes care of me will supply all your needs from his glorious riches, which have been given to us in Christ Jesus. And then he just finishes with just a few final greetings to them. So it's a short chapter, but it is really powerful. This whole letter is so powerful, especially if you understand the context. So you're ready to read Philippians chapter 4, and we'll see you tomorrow for the next chapter.